Well, I remember once I had 50 bullocks out in the marshes with the calves and all, and of course it was got nearly end of September, beginning of October. I had to bring them. We used to drive them home through the village years ago. I can remember driving them along Saunton Road. This is true. Driving along Saunton Road, and there by Westmead, just this side, the west side of Broughton, there was a Westmead with a field, and there was a donkey in it. And as the cattle passed, the donkey ran down and went, ee-oh, ee-oh, ee-oh. And the bloody cattle, they scattered everywhere, up in Bux's gardens, and down the road, up the streets. And it took us nearly all day to find them all, but it was true, But I just got them back eventually, and the next day Bux was coming down. Your cattle been running over my garden and spoilt me flowers and great footprints in the lawn. Yeah, it was a fantastic sight. But my God, the roads was in a bloody fine mess, with all the cows and the bloody horses messing, But then he had roadmen used to do so many streets a day. Every day, the old roadman would sweep up the mess in the roads, sort of fashion. That was life. Because also they wasn't wild. The cows wasn't wild because you used to look after your own cows. You'd milk them, and when they was young calves, you would feed them from birth, So they was very friendly back in their days. But of course now it's different today. They wild bloody hawks,
Right.
sort of thing,
That's true.
But like I said, I wouldn't change it for the world, And one or two of the older farmers I know said they wouldn't, no.
Sounds like you've had a good life, one
Yeah.
way and another.
Happy life. I thoroughly enjoyed it, Now there's another thing we used to do. We used to go out on the Crow Beach to get seaweed.
Oh.
That was another thing we used to do,
And what would you use that for?
On the land for growing potatoes and swedes and mangles and all sorts of things,
You plough that in to improve.
Because they used to go on Crow Beach with barges to pick up the sand, And he would come up the farm in the evening, old Shadow Mullen, he'd say to mother, if you boys go out Crow Beach tomorrow morning, 6 o'clock, they've got what they call a sewage pit, where all this spare seaweed used to fit in this pit, And us used to tackle up and go over in the field in the dark. She used to have the old lantern, because it's pitch dark that time of the morning in the winter. And it used to go out across the burrows, in the dark, and get it on the beach just as it get in daylight. And we would load up the seaweed in the pit, take it up on the sand deals, and then we go out and fetch it whenever it's got spare time,
I think people was happier. I'm sure people were. I mean, now today it seems to be more of a rat race. Everybody's in a hurry. Haven't got time to stop and speak. But years ago, everybody would help everybody. If you finish your harvest and your next door neighbour hadn't finished, well, you'd go and help them.
Excellent.
It wasn't no money changed hands, and then he'd help you back one day and things like that. And then, years ago, the thrashing machine used to come round, the steam engine and the thrasher. Well, like if this farmer was thrashing today, all the neighbouring farmers would send their men, and then when they thrash, you'd all go back there. And the farmer's wife used to took everybody into dinner.
But that was good.
Yeah.